everyone. I'm Stephanie Crawford, and welcome to another episode of Mrs. Cford Vlogs. I'm coming to you from a little bit different location today, you might notice. I'm not in my classroom, I'm actually at home, which is what has inspired today's vlog. So I have two boys, and they both have managed to get the stomach flu at the same time, which is always a lovely, delightful thing. And I had to miss work yesterday, and I had to take a half day today. Still managed to get my bow tie in for Bow Tie Tuesday. And you know, sometimes we just have those times when we absolutely cannot be at work. As much as we know that it's better for our students when we're there, I know the work involved when we're not there, making those sub plans, worrying about what we're leaving. Is it enough? Will they understand it? Are we going to be reteaching? All of those things have run through our mind before. And when you're not sure who you're going to have as your sub, if it's a last minute thing, that can be one of those worries too. So this year I found a way to help combat that. Now, it's not perfect by any means, but it has really helped so much when you have to be gone and you're not quite sure who you're going to have, or how your students are going to react, or whether they're going to understand the directions that you've written in a sub plan for someone. And that is as simple as using YouTube to leave your student directions. Now, we are a one-to-one school, so if you aren't one-to-one, there are other ways around this, and I'll address it at the end. Now, maybe you are already using YouTube. If you do, then I would love to hear some of your feedback, how it works for you, if you have something else that goes great for you. For me, this was a new addition this year that I hadn't tried before. So since we're one-to-one, I decided to start leaving after really kind of a disastrous time at the beginning of the year where my directions were kind of disregarded. I came back, the classes were at way different places from each other, and I wanted to avoid that. And I felt bad for them too, but also for the sub, because it is hard coming in and maybe the sub has questions and doesn't quite know where to go with those questions either. So this solution helps all of those people involved. So by going on YouTube and just filming a quick video, normally 3 to 4 minutes, I do my greeting, the normal greeting that I give my students every day. I always say good morning or good afternoon. And if I don't get a response big enough from them, I'll say that again. So I always start my directions off to them, my YouTube videos, if I'm going to be gone, with that greeting, because that's what they're used to, and I like doing that with them. Then I'm able to give my clear instructions. So I am able to speak the way that I always speak. I'm able to use the language that they're used to hearing from me when I talk about assignments, when I talk about techniques and concepts in class. And it's not hoping that what I've written down translates into someone else reading those out loud and having the same connection. So once I say the directions, tell them what they're going to be doing, I also make sure to tell them where they're going to find all their resources. I make sure I address what's homework. I repeat that more than once, so that if anybody comes in and said, well, I didn't know that was homework, there's always enough people that are like, well, she said that in the video. I also make sure that I address if there's something that I gave in class that isn't homework, but that they're supposed to be working on it during certain times. I will address that also, because you know there is that question. They want to be prepared. They want to make sure they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. We use Canvas as a learning management system, so it's really easy in our Canvas calendar. Instead of having to go in and try to set up links in all the classes, I just go into the calendar, and on the day that I'm gone, I set up an assignment and add the links to the YouTube videos in the assignment, or any other resources that they'll need. That way, everybody knows to go to the calendar. They click on it, it shows up for lit class, and it also sends them an email to notify them that a calendar event has been added. So it's a really easy one-stop place to go. So if you use Google Classroom, again, very easy. You could post your resources in there for students to get to with no problem. And again, the consistency. Do they know where to find it? Parents can also access it that way. A Google Classroom, I know, offers parents the option to be invited into a class. And Canvas, if you use Canvas, parents are allowed to see the calendar view as well and the assignments that are posted. So it is a good tool that you can make use of. The other thing that I think is kind of funny to see is that some students will respond with okay in the comments. You know, they might like the video, but it's really helped clear up problems between what I expected and what they were giving me when I was gone. It also allows the sub to have a better role in the classroom too, I think, because you can't predict the personality for the sub that you've got. You might have a sub that's not quite comfortable giving those instructions, answering those questions. This sub is able to kind of monitor, you know, are they on task? Are they watching the YouTube videos? They're still able to be present in the room, but they don't have to feel like put on the spot that they won't know the answer to a question. If a sub likes taking a more, I guess, a bigger role in the classroom when they're there, then they're allowed to do that too. You know, they can go and ask the students questions. Well, what are you doing today? You know, like, show me where you're at. What step are you on? And they're allowed to interact that way. Again, though, without the fear of misinterpreting the directions you've left and that kind of thing. So overall, if you're not trying YouTube for sub plans when you're gone, I really highly recommend it. I have asked my students if they have appreciated those, if they thought they're a waste of time, if I should stop doing them, and overwhelmingly they like them. They appreciate them. They're glad that I put them out there. So if you haven't done it, try it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It really does help you when you're gone, helps your sub, and it helps them. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Mrs. Cford Vlogs.